I do have an addiction of sorts. It's not eating crack pipes or smoking meth or huffing gasoline or whatever folks do nowadays. It's these mopeds right here. I am addicted to these little mopeds. I love them. Welcome back to my channel, everyone. I am the one and only infamous Kentucky Yankee, as you well know. And while the rest of the world sits around eating crack pipes, I continue to work, as I said, on these mopeds. And this one is no different. I've got this thing running, purring like a kitten, but it still needs a lot of work, and we're going to do that today. The back wheel needs to be addressed. That's the biggest issue. There is oil leaking out of the case there, the transmission, things like that. First off, though, let me just show you how good this thing runs. It starts first kick. These things are amazing. So here we go. Let's see what it does. That's it. I did not start this thing today. It's that awesome. You just hit the thing. I don't even give it no gas. Oh, look at our wheel flopping. Woo! I will make this intermission real quick. If you guys are in need of knowing how to make a moped run as smooth as a kitten, like this one does right here, I will leave a link in the description below to a couple videos where I did repairs on Honda Expresses, cleaning the carburetors, doing the points, going through the whole rigmarole of getting it running. So you can check those out. Now let's get back to this video. So I need to get this wheel off right here. And I do have a parts machine back there in the corner, but the hub sizes are different on them. So I'm not sure how I'm going to go about this. I'm going to take this wheel off, take the junk wheel off, compare them, see what we can do to make this work. So the brake shoes are really good shape. Almost like new, I would think. I mean, they're plenty thick anyways. So my parts machine is a 1-speed, and it is different, and a different year. I don't know, one's an 80, one's an 81, and this is a 2-speed, and the hubs are different sizes, as I mentioned. See, these are little tiny brakes compared to those other ones. Parts machine measurement and riding machine measurement. Two different sizes. I think what I'm going to try and do, I think maybe the spokes are the same size. So let me measure them real quick. Maybe 5 and 11/16. Riding buggy. They're the same. They're the same. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change out these spokes. I've never done it before, so it ought to be interesting. So let me share something with you real quick, guys. When I find stuff like this, I like to share it. The parts machine, the guy said it did run, it would run. He said it stopped getting spark. And I believe him. And look, the drum is nice and silver where the brakes have been being used. So has he been pushing around, pressing the brakes, or has he been riding it, or keeping it in a dry environment? It was outside when I went to see it. And then this one, the guy admits it hasn't been run for a long time. And look, it's rusty and not all slicked up and nice and smooth. Let me show you guys how I would take this good tire and tube off without messing the tube and tire off. Because the first one I just did quick. I figured it was already damaged. And possibly it's not. Anyways, you got to remove the valve core in here first with a valve core tool. I don't have one because my friend Hoogles steals a lot of my tools, and that's one that he stole. So I just use a cotter pin. See there? That works just fine if your friend steals your tools. I'll take this nut off. I'm going to use this wheel because it's so much nicer than the other one. It's not rusty. This is a little stuck, so I'm going to have to tap it a little bit just to get it to go. So you can stick the nut on there like that so you don't damage the threads. Here's what's handy, a screwdriver. So that's good because it's plastic, so that's good. A screwdriver's a hammer's a screwdriver. It doesn't make any difference as long as it works. Next, we got to push this down. So you want to break the bead on the tire. And you want to do it on both sides. You want both sides loose. And I'm just squishing it. These are pretty easy. And now I would start on this end, opposite of where the valve stem is. And you got to be real careful when you do this. You don't want to get your tube with your screwdriver just the tire. So you kind of got to just be careful and take your time. Now you want to pop this valve stem out. This tube is pretty bad shape. I think worse than our other one. It's all rusty. Look at that. All cracked up. I think maybe the other one's better than this one. And I thought it would be ruined. Now the easy part, because you're not going to hurt nothing now. You just pry her up. And just peel it. You just peel it like a banana. See there? You just peel her off of there. Just like a banana. You may want to, if this is a used tire, you probably should keep track of how it goes on. It goes on this way, you know. You might not want to flip it like that, so I will note that this tire goes on this way on this wheel. They make a tool for this. You could probably get it at Walmart, I would guess. But they cost money. So I am relying on Old Faithful. Simple enough. You just turn these clockwise. So that's what the end looks like, and it wouldn't hurt to put a little lube on these threads before you get started. This one is stuck. The whole thing's wanting to twist. It's seized up on there. I should have oiled it, whatever. But instead of breaking it off, I'll just grab her here with some vice grips. Be careful and not get the threads. If there's threads there, don't get too close to the threads. And then I will just so there is both of our wheels all disassembled. And I did notice on the wheel that was all busted up, it has two different size spokes. If it'll focus. See the length? And I noticed the heads of them are a little different. I don't really think that's going to be a concern of mine. I really don't think it's going to matter. I'm going to try and put these wheels together, the spokes and wheels and stuff together, so it's not really a how-to because I don't know how to, and I don't have the tools to do it right even if I did. The spokes are all back on the wheel. This is a dial indicator that I use for setting up rear ends on cars. And I just snapped it on there. You can get them at Harbor Freight. And what it's going to show me, I bolted this back up because, like I said, I don't have the right stuff, but I do have stuff. And as you turn this, what that's showing you is how far in and out that wheel is going. So what I'm doing right now is adjusting the wheel. If this wheel is pushing the dial indicator out, that means I need to loosen this side and tighten the other side until I get it true, you know. So I'm going to keep working on it, and I'll show you how close I get. I also have to adjust the up and down, you know, the hop of the wheel. You can watch as you adjust it, which way the dial indicator goes. That way you know which way you're making your wheel go. See there? As I turn it, it changes on the dial. and I'm going to call that good. I don't know how close they're supposed to be, but you could do this for hours, I think. You know, it's kind of fun, but it's one of them deals you just keep adjusting and adjusting. Get it as close as you want it. But there it is, guys. I used double-sided tape here over the spoke nipples and left the plastic stuff on it so it wouldn't stick to the tube. I just thought that would work good because it's kind of foamy, you know. Maybe that'll keep it from rusting. Slip on here a little easier. Silicone spray. I think it's okay for rubber. And here we go. Well, that worked very well. This is actually the original tube with the broken spokes. It seems to be in better shape. I don't think it's leaking. Says 32 PSI. Well, our wheel is a little wobbly. It doesn't matter. I think it's all right. I would call this first rip ready. You know, the whole time I've been working on this thing, I can't stop but thinking about that kid that must have leaped off of a mountain or a bluff or a cliff or something with this moped and damaged that wheel so badly. It must have just ruined his day, and this thing probably never ran again since then. The coolest part about all these old mopeds is the different variations of them. You got Yamaha, Kawasaki, Suzuki. I don't know if they make Kawasaki mopeds. Anyway, Suzuki, Hondas, and they make them all different colors. And like the Express, what I'm learning is there's so many different variations. Kick start, crank start, 2 speeds, 1 speed. That's what makes them so cool. All these differences in them. And it's just fun to explore all these different things. I feel like Lawnmower Man. You remember that movie, Stephen King, Lawnmower Man? That's how I feel with these mopeds, learning about them. So next time we meet again, we'll just start off by ripping this moped, see how it performs, and what we need to do next to it. You guys who are wanting to follow me on Facebook, I really do appreciate that. And I'm trying to get a Kentucky Yankee Facebook page put up. I don't think you guys need to see all my baby pictures and stuff that my mother posts on my page. So as soon as that's up, I will let you know, and I am saving you guys' name on there to add you as soon as I get that Kentucky Yankee Facebook page up. So again, it's been a whole lot of fun working on a moped and sharing it with you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Share these videos with your friends. It'll help my channel to grow. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe if you hadn't. You know you guys know the routine. We'll see you next time.